Sturgeon are a native species that were historically very abundant in Lake Erie and in the Great Lakes. The sturgeon have been impacted by humans for the last 150 years. Dam construction is a big one that cut off access to habitat they needed, especially spawning habitat, water quality and pollution, and overfishing. They're such a slow-growing, long-lived species that it takes them a lot to recover. All of those things kind of snowballed together to really drive the population of sturgeon in the Great Lakes and Lake Erie in particular to very low levels. We're coming out of a pretty dark place as far as water quality goes.
Thank you to all of you for being here this afternoon for this historic occasion. Each one of you can say that you were part of the first time lake sturgeon were publicly reintroduced into the Cuyahoga River. Yes!
If we were here 50 years ago, we wouldn't be doing this because that was on fire. We're not dumping our sewage into rivers anymore. People are embracing them. People are out kayaking. It's just fantastic.
There's been so many improvements in the Cuyahoga River, the Maumee River, and here in the Sandusky River. Survival is really high, well in excess of 50%. We actually just had a recapture of a fish that was stocked in 2018 that is now 41 inches long.
So thanks to everyone for coming. We're going to stock 750 sturgeon this morning.
Because it takes so long to build a sturgeon population, the commitment with us and our partners is that for the next 25 years we'll be stocking here.
All right, so we're taking our sturgeon out of our anesthetic tank and have to make our first initial small cut.
We're on the banks of the Scioto River, just outside Circleville, and it's an exciting day because we're releasing lake sturgeon for the first time. These are special fish because they're getting a radio telemetry tag in them so we can see where they go after we release them. The Scioto is the longest free-flowing river in Ohio, so it's perfect because that's what lake sturgeon like.
The river itself is one of the very few rivers within the US. It's over 200 kilometers long before meeting a structure, being Greenlawn Dam up in Columbus. So seeing how they move throughout this connected portion of river is going to be really interesting for us just to see essentially what habitat they're exploiting throughout the river. So be able to plan future reintroduction efforts to sort of optimize where these fish are going.
These fish will grow up to be 6 feet long. They'll live 100 years. And they're an awesome fish.
When sturgeon populations can grow and be self-sustaining, it has a trickle-down effect on a variety of other species, including the important sport fish that anglers in Ohio value. And so they really do serve as kind of a keystone signature of how well our environment is doing. These lake sturgeon are native species. They have value to the ecosystem because they belong here.